What it do, Bully World?
What's going on?
Diego from TBC Europe. Out here all the way in Toronto, Canada. Checking out some of the hardest dogs this country has to offer. Sitting here, you know who she is.
Dr. Felicia.
Uh-huh. That's the homie. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Right. Bremner, 730 kennels.
CONGO, you guys know who it is. Starboy, 730 Kennels.
Starboy.
For those who don't know, these two got some of the hardest studs in the country. You know, Congo has a crazy producer in Veneno son. Veneno, no, yeah, of Hellcat.
No,
Right?
Hellcat son.
Yeah, talk about him, man.
Yeah, Red Dragon, everybody knows who that boy is, you know.
Yeah, fuck, he's did his thing around Toronto.
He's
That's
done
for
his
sure.
thing around Toronto, you know what I mean? I made some mistakes, you know what I mean? I bet him to whatever for some money, but, you know, when I bet him right, he gave me what I need. He gave me the best productions, my leading productions right now in my yard. So,
Yeah, got some crazy ass
eh?
dogs, man. In the cut, this guy don't like taking pictures, but believe me, if you did, got some dogs, man.
No,
For
especially
them.
like when you actually brought him in, he was like one of the hardest.
Yeah.
I don't think Toronto had a dog like that when he like
I
got here.
still put him on top because like he's like super clean, like
Yeah.
feet, like everything, you know. You know,
He did his thing, you know.
he did his thing, but I'm not like I'm past him now. You know what I mean? Like if you want to use him, call me, yeah, whatever.
But you all
But
produced them already.
I I
You have something
I,
better.
I have something that I wanna, you know what I mean, move forward with. You know what I mean?
That's
And
probably
if I need Dragon,
the new
uh,
Yeah,
dragons.
but like ultimately, that's like the goal of a stud, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So like studs don't last forever. They don't do their thing forever. So like you need to always outproduce your stud
So,
to
what do
keep
you
it going.
think? How long should be a breeder start there? Or like, how I say this?
Like how long does he
How
stay
long should be a male like open for stud?
As long as he can work, no?
Yeah.
open? Like
No. I mean, they are dogs. They're like 10 years and still do breeding. So
They're still
in,
producing and people want to pay. Why not?
yeah, like I
yeah,
mean, like using a stud. I think there's like no age. You know, like
yeah.
within yourself. I think within the first 3 years.
I think it's different for females. You
It's
know,
different for
Yeah,
you
female for
can't breed a
sure.
yeah,
female past a certain age and all that. You know what I'm saying? You should.
But a male, until he outproduces himself, and then that male that looks or is better than him
yeah,
should be able to produce better than his father, right?
yeah. That would be like you studying him out. You know, like within
Yeah,
like your own like camp or kennel. You shouldn't have to use your dog at like 7 years old. You should have already done what you had to
and
do with that
and
dog.
that's why I kind of like focused on Bear. Like I think I'm gonna get something better. Like not directly, maybe not from him, but I see what he's put. I know what he's putting down. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's a secret, but I know what he's putting down. You know what I mean? And a couple guys that have used him, I'm looking at their litter saying, okay,
I mean, that blood definitely produces, man.
yeah.
I seen that
So,
little bitch you got off his sister,
whew,
but to Forbes, whew,
yeah,
I
wow.
know, man. Like,
all I needed was a male.
yeah, she gotta come. She gotta come home with us, bro.
Yeah.
We taking her home.
It's a beautiful dog, man.
Yeah,
She
Real
is
nano
nice.
shit. You know,
I
functional.
actually talk about that breeding, the Forbes to the Red Dragon daughter. I actually hit back up. His name's George Jew Miami Deluxe,
I really
and because
want to
the
repeat the
litter had
breeding.
like piebalds in it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
Purple Rain's not piebald, Forbes not piebald,
yeah.
and I was tripping. And then I looked back in the pedigree.
You can
Purple
see
Rain
it.
got piebald, and
Oh, where they?
yeah, that
That's what.
Forbes got piebald.
That's
You know what I'm
what.
saying? And I'm just like, okay, this makes sense. And I mean, you know, I always hit up my boy, big up Amari. You know what I mean? Because he knows about the genetics and shit. I'm just like, yo,
Marty
what the
Howard.
fuck are my dog's piebald? This guy tried to rip me off, and he was just like, nah, man, you just sent me the pet, yo. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like when we bred Jungle to Cookie Lion, and that try came out. We're like, yo, what the fuck happened, yo?
Yeah, some crazy shit, right?
It's what happened.
Genetics,
And
man.
even the litter I have, blockchain in China right now, 2 tries.
Yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I mean? So it does happen, right? Genetics is a game.
I mean, it carries.
Shake it up.
Yeah.
But definitely, Red Dragon did his thing. He's still doing his thing. You're still doing your thing with that blood.
You know who has a?
Pretty
I
hard.
showed you a bad bitch off Red Dragon. What's her name? Guillotine Bullies has it. It's a try girl. They didn't cut the ears. The ears are up, and it looks like a male, but yo, she's a big blocky ass head, and she's actually pretty tiny too. And
That's pretty crazy, man. That's some crazy
He
shit, man.
stamps his look, you know.
I mean, then you got the up and coming
Yeah.
dropout. You know what
Drop
I'm
out.
saying?
Yeah.
and
Talk
it's
about it,
funny
man.
because his blood it actually it comes back to like that shit that Damien's off actually.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Dropout's blood is
Yeah, for
is
sure.
that it comes back if you go back like down the generation, it comes
The
off
Dizzy
that shit,
Devil, Dizzy
the
Devil,
Dizzy Devil and all that
String
shit,
Towers, yeah.
and we're messing with it again. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Talk
Honestly,
about dropout, man.
when that like blood works, you stick with it. You know,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
honestly, even that sensei blood. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
liked
true.
it like
Yeah.
from the beginning. You know, like it works. You see the productions, you see what it does, and I mean the guy's like he's proven himself over and over. You know, so it's like I always wanted to kind of like dip into it, and when I seen like Dropout, I just thought it was like the perfect time. You know, a
Oh yeah.
sensei son bred to a sensei daughter. You know, it was just like.
Yeah, he's insane.
It's your man, just the voice, it's the truth. You already know what it is. It's your man, Anthony Smith, Exotic Network in the building out here in Toronto with some of the hottest. We got 730 in the building, TBC in the building. We are going crazy, man. I got a question for you. Y'all can't see me. Just, you know what I mean, Vlad TV, my ass. I'm in here, you feel me? But listen, with one of the dopest studs out here in Toronto, is it hard to break into the US/world market?
I think it is. I think like the U.S. has like such a big market, so like even the crossing of border already kind of like creates a little line there that it's like if you're already in the States, it's like why kind of go to Canada when you can just do it in the States.
When
Well,
it's
just
hot, it's
Not
hot.
not just
yeah,
that.
You
it's
Some
know?
hot. It's
people
hot.
can't cross the border.
Yeah, some
A
people
lot of
can't
them. A
cross the
lot of
border.
people
Like
can't cross the border both ways.
I had a
You know what
shipper
I'm
come
saying?
to the border and go, "You want me to meet you right here?" Nah, I'm out of here. Like, I'm
Not only
20
that,
minutes from here.
like
So there's
we've
other
done.
logistical problems that take place
Yeah.
from shipping to the
Oh yeah.
United States and around the world.
Like we've shipped in from the States like a bunch of times for our breedings, and I've already missed breedings just because of FedEx messing up like my order. You know, so it's
Right.
like if I couldn't get it on a Friday, then you got to wait till Monday. It's like there goes the semen. You know, it's done.
Right.
You
So
know,
talk to him a little bit about that. Talk to him about what it as somebody with a hitting stud right now. What do you do for your personal? Not let's not talk about what the other person did. What do
yeah.
you do?
Like personally, because we're not so far off from the border, so now like I kind of switched it up a bit. Now I'll personally drive to Buffalo, hit up the closest FedEx there, and just ship it. And within the United States, it's like a guaranteed overnight. So it's
Got
like
you.
Yeah,
nobody will hold it because it doesn't have to go through any customs at that
Yeah.
sort. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just way easier.
Got you. So do
Yeah.
you guys take that away from what studs you guys pick and choose to use out here in Canada due to that problem? Like if let's just say somebody wanted to go to something that George has, right, in his
Yeah.
yard. What's the process for that? For you guys?
So
Do you have to drop
you'd have to give them a heads up. You're gonna have to do like multiple PG tests to be like on top of it at every stage of it. And then like you're gonna have to give them at least like a 2 day notice on like a heads up of shipment, and then you kind of got to get it shipped here. You got to get it cleared. You got to hope it gets cleared,
See,
and then finally
that
you can do it.
that's one way to do it, right?
Yeah.
But from the beginning, when we were first breeding down here, we were
I'm
going to
flying with the
find
whole
it.
dog.
Yeah.
You take the dog there, do the breeding right there.
The only
Even
problem now.
if you're not, if the man ain't letting you in his crib, you at least go to the vet down there, have the
Yeah.
box like taken right fresh as you can into the
Yeah.
bitch. You know, that's the best way to do
It's
it.
definitely the best way. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Not everybody has the time, obviously, or
sometimes
the
you just
money.
can't do it like that, and it like takes away from it. Or like you know, like there's just other things that kind of like get in the way, and sometimes your female will spike, and next thing you know, you got to breed her tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
like how are you gonna do
But I
that?
think a lot of the U.S. breeders don't breed over here too because they got their own personal little Texas versus Cali, Cali versus Florida. They have their own little civil
Yeah, a lot
war in
of
the
heat.
dog game
my
on who's
man's.
the
I'm
best.
gonna
You know
tell
what I
you
mean?
like this. If the work is hot, it's hot. You feel me? If they sending bricks over here, you telling me you're not gonna get some semen where we gotta get to?
Damn right.
If when it's hot,
That's
you
right.
know?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I can accept that as an excuse, right? Not saying it was, but that was your reasoning for it, right? But I'm telling you, yo, when you guys are gonna know when your man's got something hot out here because it's gonna be birds, planes, trains, and automobiles pulling up at this motherfucker. The biggest breeders, you're gonna hear them, DMing them on the low and different things like that, and your man's just gonna be working.
That's the one thing about Red Dragon. He did carry the name, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, for the squad because I did do a lot of breedings in the States with him. And he even went down, he's down there now, you know what I mean? And he's been to shows down there. So the name's out there. So
Would you say it would be worth it? Like if you had a hitter stud to like co-own him, but send your boy like with somebody that you trust in the States and make sure that he's making it to the shows out there, but you're co-owning them and you're basically like ownership is of the dog, but you trust this person. You know what I mean? Like to do something like that, you like that gotta be like, man, I know your kids. You feel me? Like I'm pulling up and baby's calling me uncle. You feel me? Like that's how that's working out. If I'm sending you my hottest stud for you to go out to the States and really work that dog, is it worth it though?
Oh,
Could
we've done
be?
it. We've done it. We did it with Jungle. We did it. Red Dragon. Obviously, you went to Prestige. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two studs that kind of
We
went
do
down
the
there to
same.
work.
We do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think you
have
really,
somebody
like you're
that
saying, I think you
trust.
really gotta
Yeah.
trust the person. Like,
Right.
It's hard to even trust a co-own in your own city. Like, never mind like across the border.
Border,
You know,
yeah.
it's
Right.
Like, these people can like they could be doing anything.
Anything could be going
Be
on.
pulling the dog every day and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
so. I think like there has to be a lot of trust in that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
How does it come when it comes to shipping out puppies? Let's talk puppies in the city and getting puppies out and where they got to go.
Oh, they get there. They get there.
Yeah.
they get there.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
We get
Yeah.
there. Oh man.
What's one of the difficulties? Let's talk vets. Come on, like vets have always been an issue in the dog game, no matter where you go. I know even in my city now today, as many dogs are out there, there's still certain vets that won't fuck with us. Like you just
Because
can't pull up.
the health issues they don't like it.
Honestly, I think like in Toronto, that's not even like a real problem. There's a lot of vets here who will do what you got to do. I mean, we got multiple vets who even do like ear crops, like around us, like in a 15-kilometer radius. You got like fucking like 4 like vets who will do like ear crops. You know, like where some states
Well,
I
we're
hear
good
people.
but in like Alberta and like Winnipeg,
Yeah.
people be flying in to get air crops here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. Like
Quebec,
Toronto,
it's like double the price that it is in Toronto to get crops. So in Toronto, we're kind of blessed.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean Ontario in general, right? But
Yeah.
other provinces are not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially like shipping, like especially a puppy, it's like a lot easier. It's in cabin, like with you in the plane. Like there's really no like prerequisite for that.
Got you. How about flying out? I know flying out and like attempting to go to a show is hard for us to get the vests that the dogs have to wear to use them as like service animals. You know,
Yeah,
is it?
So it's a little tougher to
Okay.
do it that way. Actually, the last show that we went, I actually just paid like a shipper just to take them out and do it rather than go through the whole process of doing that.
Oh, it's West Coast Bully Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
was
paid
there,
a shipper,
Sven
I
was there.
did it.
Let's
Like,
go.
I just find that it's like more of a hassle for you to actually go through all that. And then I don't really know like how certified these documents even are. Like some spots it works, other airlines it doesn't work. You know, it's like, kind of weird.
You show up at
It's
the
like a
gate,
big-
they'd be like, "Yo, no dog."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if someone on a plane reports that they have animal allergies, then they're not gonna let dogs. That trumps your
whole flight, your whole everything, whole trip done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And people don't know that, right? Like, if I'm flying with a dog, even in bag, if someone's on the plane that says I have an animal allergy, no planes, no dogs.
And they're gonna put
that out there though. Now you putting that out there now. Motherfuckers.
You don't tell people your flights.
So with that being said, they're gonna kick the person off the flight, or they're gonna kick you with the dog off the flight.
You
Who's
with your
goes
dog.
first?
They're not gonna
You
let
with
you
the
go on
dog.
the dog with
The
the
dog.
You'll
Yeah,
probably
one
be
flight.
pushed to like the next
So they'll
flight.
push you to the next
Next
flight.
flight.
They're just not gonna trump the trip. It's just gonna be more of a hassle for you to get to your destination.
Yeah.
Got you. Damn. So when it comes to shows out there, there's a show every weekend, yo. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple big shows, you know, throughout the year, but overall, you can go to a dog show every weekend in Southern California.
Oh, wow.
How is that for you guys out here in Toronto? What's going on?
We're
Talk to me.
lacking.
We're lacking. It's not.
Has-
Well, remember.
But what is it going to take for me to see a 7:30 show in the city?
Yo,
Oh,
we
we've
threw,
done
it. Oh, we did it.
We threw a couple already.
on.
Here, 2 have already been thrown
Yeah.
that are worth mentioning, that were documented and everything.
Talk
you
to
know
'em.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's already happened, you know.
Is
Maybe
Is
we
it
could
something
get
that's
we
going to
could get a
continue? Is it going to
sanctioned
be an
show.
annual thing? Is it?
We'd like to get a sanctioned IBR show going, man. You
Yeah,
know, we already
me
got
too.
the blessing and see what it does.
Hey, come on, George, man, stop playing with us. We're trying to get out here in Toronto, baby. Yeah, you know, unlock the gates. Give us the key. We got the key to the city. We just need a permission slip signed. Come on.
That one
Is
we
that
threw,
something
like,
that-
during COVID was like insane.
Blunts and bullies. That's what it was called.
Blunts
So
and
we
Bullies.
threw one in the
That's
middle
one
of
with the
COVID
stackers
where you
one.
weren't even allowed to go out. We went to the show and must have had like 300 or 400 people.
So what if it's not something that's super big, right? What if it's something that's just like you guys started off and it's like a picnic type deal, you know what I mean? Like they
Well, the
do
last
something
one-
with the
last
kids
one
and the bullies.
When
How
Diego
was
was here
that?
and he set it up, it was like small.
Yeah.
It was like an invite only, but like it was a good crowd.
Yeah.
Like all micros, exotics, you know, because most of the shows here too are like your ABKC shows or something, you know,
Mhm.
like for pocket standards. No one's really like throwing a show for micros and exotics, you know.
Yeah.
So
So what's gonna switch it up out here? Who's gonna take it to the next level when it comes to the getting the events going and barking up the tree with the bullies a little bit more?
I think it's gonna have to be the 730 with the TBC, like you know,
Yeah,
like
the
we've
connection's
tried it
already
already,
made.
a little smaller. You know, maybe we can upscale it a bit. You know, push like 730. You know, we can bring a lot of people and just try to get it going. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But
We it's crazy out here. Toronto's really segregated, so even the bully game, it's starting to get like that
There's
too.
no unity out here.
There's no
You know?
unity yet, but it's like that with the rap game in Toronto too, right?
Yeah.
Like the biggest rappers that we have had to go to the states
To
and
make it.
foster talent to make shit happen, right? Like
What are the top five studs of the city?
in the city,
Yeah.
Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red
Red dragon, red
Dragon.
dragon, red dragon.
Yo, honestly,
I think he's asking for a stack off. I think that's what
Let's
he's
go.
asking
I'm
me.
with
Let's
it.
do it.
well, when we had the stack off,
Woo!
I brought the son out. You know what I mean? And yo, he's got bone. That boy's got bone.
We
He
can bring
held
his
his own
daddy
for
and
sure.
his son.
Daddy and his son. Um, without saying 730, I like that boy Coca from Exodia. I
There's
like
a
him. The white
white
one,
one.
yeah, the white
Yeah.
one. I like him. I do like him.
Yeah, he's nice.
Um,
Never seen them in person.
who
You think
else?
that's top? He's a top five dog of the
I
city.
like him. I really
Okay,
like him.
okay.
I really do like him.
That's
I
all
haven't
good.
seen him in
Yeah, I
person.
really do like
That's
him.
cool.
I'm trying to think.
So Red Dragon, Coca.
Harris's boy is nice too. I don't know what he's producing right now, but he got a
You know that gypsy.
905 Gypsy. He has a cool look to him. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him in person, but he looks tiny and he looks cool. He has that signature look, right?
Okay.
Who else?
So it's only top three for you. That's it. You
Um,
don't mention Dropout in the top
I
five.
know I said without mentioning
No, you
730.
gotta mention
So I said
730.
it was Shenzhen and Dropout,
There you
right?
go. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm saying top five of the city. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Alive.
Shenzhen and
Just
Dropout
based
right
on looks
there.
alone. If you're gonna go
Yeah.
on productions and stuff like that, I mean, shit. We've been out here a few days. We've seen some incredible puppies, man. Incredible, incredible, incredible puppies. So it's like I don't
No,
know.
we definitely got puppies.
What
Yeah,
I'm
we
else?
telling you
got
that.
Why am I
productions,
missing?
dude.
Why am I missing dogs?
We
There's
got.
dogs out
I
here.
put blockchain in there too.
Yeah,
He's like,
blockchain
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sure.
Blockchain.
Oh shit! Yeah, blockchain. Blockchain
Blockchain,
definitely top five.
Shenzhen, Dropout,
Yeah, I'd say
Dragon.
those right there. Yeah,
very good.
Dragon.
What do
Who
we have
else?
there for? And he
Well,
said what? Coca. Coca fed.
I never see Coco.
Yeah, I don't
He was
think I've
at
seen
the
him in
he was
I
at
person.
the
only
shoot, but
talk
you weren't
about dogs
there.
I touch.
Scene, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
know,
pretty much. You want to talk about dogs you touch?
Yeah.
You see.
yeah, yeah.
I think so.
yeah.
But
Is
yeah,
Photoshop something big out here? Is that something that you guys are so close to each other? If you guys got something to do, you guys just go over and see the dog. But when you guys are breeding in the States, how do you guys trust what you see over the internet when you guys don't physically travel to go see and touch the
You
dogs?
can't trust like pictures, right? Even you can fake videos as well, but you can't fake live videos.
yeah. But
Like
you know what?
video call,
Out
FaceTime.
here, out here, you can't like what he said about. Oh yeah, you're so close, you could just pull up. That doesn't happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not like this right here. Like shit, Congo joined 730. He brought John into 730. You know what I'm saying? Bremner joined through Congo. 730 was started 2009, 2008. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the first kennels out here, man. And like my point in all that is,
The unity
you know
thing.
what? My
I
train of
knew
thought, my
it.
train of thought left. I lost it like 5 seconds ago.
That's
Anyways,
good.
I forgot what my thing.
That's good.
If I fall back into it, it'll come back. But,
So listen, I got a question for you too. Okay. So John Congo, you got a young boy. He's getting into the game, right? This is something that I ask everybody that sits down with me for the first time. He's, what I say, 16, 17, right? He's looking for some heat. He's looking for someone to kind of mentor him and push him in the right area. What's the information and how much money does he need to jump into the bully game?
Well, I to get my foot in the door, I didn't really. It wasn't the money. It was the connection to put myself in the direction where I wanted to be. This guy's running around with fucking dogs since we're in high school, and he pulls up and says, "Yo, I got this and I got this." He's like, "Oh, but the price is 10 grand." I go, "I can't afford that shit." You know what I'm saying? The last guy sold me a dog for 2 grand. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, really and truly, before you spend, really do your research. Uh, Stick to the vision. Stick to what you want. You know what I mean? I spent years trying to recreate jungle. It didn't happen, but you know, stick with the vision, right? And you'll get there.
Mhm.
I think a lot of us waste time chasing the bag. Cause I met a lot of puppies, and they weren't it. That's the truth. But
I definitely think you have to like come prepared.
yeah,
Like number wise, like I don't know an exact number, but like anything I would say is whatever you got at that age, like wait a year or two and save a bit more and actually like do it. Because whether you get into it like at that age and you try cheaping out, it's
what I
gonna
know
cost you.
now,
Yeah.
and what I didn't know in 2010, 11, 12. You know what I'm saying?
And even like now,
It's
like
different. You know what I'm
the way
saying?
the market is now, it's like before you could actually like maybe get away with it
Yeah.
and have a couple of like shit breedings and like sell your pups still for significant money because everyone was just buying whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the way the market is, it's either like you got it or you don't. You know, it's either
Yeah.
you're
I
selling
would.
like quality or you're not. You know, no one's really like
Did you
buying.
guys get any of that PPP money out here in Canada?
No, we
In
got a thing
Toronto?
called SERP.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, not any. Like, did any of the PPP money from the United States
Oh hell yes,
come this way
of course,
and touch and and
Yeah,
work?
of
yeah.
course.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I would say so.
I, if we can go back, I wish we could do it again.
Honestly, during COVID, that was probably when like sales were the highest.
How much money
Yeah,
I sent to
yeah, yeah.
Germany?
Yeah.
Huh?
How much money I sent to Germany?
Ooh, you bought a lot of dogs.
Yo, when
I
COVID
mean to
hit,
the
we made it
States,
to
everywhere. We're sending money daily. Like, hey man, you got money to send me today? Yeah,
Yeah.
the
like COVID.
PPP money came over here. I think everywhere had their different variations of the
Right.
PPP money that
Right.
was being
It's a good
sent
time.
throughout, but it
Everyone
was a
was
good
getting
time.
paid.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
But I feel like the people that were getting paid were the breeders that had been breeding, right? At that time, you had been breeding 6, 7 years, right?
Yeah.
That happened. Now you're breeding 9 years, going on 10. So you were already established as a breeder, right?
Yeah.
That money was coming to you because people been looking at your productions and your dogs and like
now they finally got
waiting
something,
to
yeah.
facilitate the bread to give to you. Now it all came in one lump, but it came all at one time to the world.
Yeah. But what we didn't know is that was then going to affect the rest of the market, which it did.
Yes. So
Well,
talk about
and
that a
yeah,
little bit. Talk about
Like
that.
that time was like amazing, everything good, everything's like as you expected it to be, and then 2 years after that or a year after that, you know,
It's like
everyone.
when crack hit the 80s and then you
Yeah.
start seeing the aftermath of the kids and what it did to the neighborhood in the 90s. So
Exactly.
right now we're living after.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like all of a sudden everybody had a dog and everybody wanted to breed.
Yeah.
Everyone who had 2 dogs like knew nothing about it, but it's like, yo, I got a male, you got a female, let's breed the dogs. You know, like
Right.
everybody was
yeah, we're
breeding
just
dogs.
gonna make money. Meanwhile, yeah, the guys with the name, guys, I had people pull up to me with 30, 40, 20. You know what I mean? And say, yo, I want 2 dogs. I want 3 dogs. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, shit, what am I
Let's
gonna
go.
do? Diego, this guy has 30 grand right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now. 3 dogs. Can we get that? Yeah, we can get that. We
Yeah,
can get
for sure.
Then it just saturated. You know?
Yeah. So it saturated the market and now it's kind of wearing itself out, right? Like those breeders are starting to disappear, right? But that blood and those breedings that they've done are still out there in existence. So I feel like right now for a young breeder to come into the game, if they do their homework, but you could come up on some good genetics for the low, right?
Yeah.
Like Felicia said, genetics it's hard to go off of paperwork these days because there's hung paperwork. There's you guys know how it works, right? And then it's hard to see a puppy or a dog and know what that puppy or dog can do.
Yeah.
But if you do your homework and follow what's going on, you might be able to, get something for the low right now and really flip it and really be making noise in the next couple years. Rather than it taking 9, 10 years, you could cut that in half.
Definitely.
I agree with CONGO 100%, and that's my always that was my way in. Was meeting my man, meeting George, right? That was my way into the dog game. I came in behind the camera. I'm still behind the camera, but the amount of dogs that have been thrown my way, but I just have so much love and admiration, not only for the breed, but for you guys as breeders and the work that you guys put in. So I know, like, bro, I can't come to Canada for a week and do all of this in Toronto and think my yard's going to be well taken care of. It's either I got to be up, like some people I know that pay big bread to have somebody keeping their dogs while they're gone making moves. You know, no names. I don't know nobody, you know, but you got, you know, and I know that that's not going to be my situation for a while. So for me, I just want to keep on doing this and giving Toronto their run up, you know what I mean? So the world can see what Toronto has to offer and really put something on the map. Because there's one thing that I've gained in knowledge from being out here with you guys for this week is you guys don't want to extend your arm. Like, you don't want help, but it's like, I know I could use some help, but I'm also like, I could do it my fucking self. So, you know, not only fuck the United States, but fuck my man's next door that might be able to help me too. Like, you know, and I swear that's the vibe that I get. And yo, it's a lot of good people. It's a lot of shitty people in the game, but it's known. If you go to a motherfucker's Instagram, you're going to know within the first 10 posts who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I don't feel bad for people when they get scammed. It's like, bro, you just went to the first breeder that had a dope picture and offered to send them some money. You know, you didn't do no homework at all.
Because the puppy was cheap.
Yes, because the puppy was cheap, you know? What's the age that you guys are selling pups, and what's the best age that you guys feel like is to buy a dog?
Depends what you want to do with it, really, right?
Are you guys still in the creating stage, or you guys whip buying outside of your camp?
I'm
Here and there. I mean, if the opportunity comes up, I mean, like drop off.
Yeah,
I'm
open.
outside the camp. I mean, I just saw potential. Like when you see something that you really like, I mean, there's no harm in like going out and buying something.
Right.
You know?
So that's not a big thing out here because it's a big thing in the States. Produced, not bought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, people say it too, but I mean, your first dog had to be bought anyway. So it's like, if you're
You
trying
gotta
to
start
build,
somewhere.
if you're trying to build a camp or you're trying to build a line similar to that, like you got to buy it eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you guys' time. I know it's getting dark out here and it's gonna, you know, the sun's dropping quick. I appreciate you guys allowing me to be here. Of
See
course,
some nice dogs out here, eh?
man, I've seen some shit, bro. And
for real, you see some nice
like
dogs, man.
really me putting this together and doing what I can to stretch my hand. You know what I mean? Like Diego stretched his hand and said, "Man, there's some shit out there in Toronto that the world needs to see." And the way that you put the camera on the dog game and the breeders, and it's not on bullshit, like, and we got to set something up and come out there. So I want to thank my man Diego for sure, TBC Diego, TBC Canada, of course, Dr. Felicia in the building. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here without all of them, but most definitely Diego, man, reaching his hand out and like staying in contact, bro, because I'm like, I'm not the busiest person, but I'm busy. Like, it's hard for me to get creative. And when I get in the creative mode, I just got to shut down. And Diego's on me like, bro, let's go. Like, what are we doing? Like, when are these plane tickets? And I'm like, I'm coming, yo. I'm coming. Like, and now that I'm out here, I'm happy that he made me come, you know, not saying that I didn't want to come, but it was just, you know, it's rough to get a week off and to go, you know, this is work, but it's still work that has to be done at home too, you know? And I'm like, Toronto, bro, I don't know, man. What's out there? He's like, man, there's some heat out there, my boy. Come check it out. So I'm happy that I could come out here with you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on, and man, you guys are going straight up to YouTube and just share the shit. You know, that's the only way that it's gonna get out there and let people know what's going on out here in the world. You know, so I appreciate you guys.
appreciate you coming out too, man.
Mendo. All right, let's get this.